y'all, welcome back. My name's Cara, this is Bluebird Homestead. Today's video, we're gonna be going through all the seeds that we're growing for 2022. There's a lot here, so I hope you have a comfy seat and you're ready for today's video. Hopefully you have a pen and some note paper as well to write down any varieties you may be interested in. But stay tuned, let's get started. The companies I ordered seeds from was Johnny Seeds, Rare Seeds, which is also Baker Creek, Southern Seed Exposure, and My Gardener. Those are the main ones. Oh, and Botanical Interests. There's a couple flower seeds from there as well. So let's get started. We have a bunch of different stuff. I'm not 100% sure how I was going to decide where to start. So I'm going to start with the things that we plant early. So sugar snap peas are the first one. These are a favorite around here. You can do a spring crop and you can also do a fall crop here in zone 7 where we are. So I definitely got the big bag because these will last a few years too. So these are from Johnny Seeds and it says peas are a cool weather crop, plant in early spring as soon as the soil can be worked. And I'm just gonna go through these pretty quickly because there's a lot to get through. So we have sugar snap peas from Johnny's. I also had some sugar snap peas last year from Botanical Interests. I think I just had 1 or 2 seeds of those, which are already in the ground. And let's just do, I also got pole beans. And I'm not sure how you pronounce that variety of pole beans, but you can see it there on the screen. And I got Provider bush beans. I also got a giant pack of this as well. We're gonna try to grow enough beans this year to fill up our deep freezer and preserve as many as possible. I like frozen beans the best, but we'll also probably be canning a few, maybe even dehydrating some. And then from My Gardener, I got a red noodle bean. And Botanical Interests, we have the Blue Lake bush bean. You can see that there. I actually got 2 packets of these. I have an empty one here that we grew these last year and they had a really good flavor. I really enjoyed these. Let's see, what category should we do next? Let's do cabbages. So I just have 2 cabbages. These ones are from My Gardener. It's the Mammoth Red Rock Cabbage. And we have the Copenhagen Market Cabbage. Now, with kids around, I definitely like to do some uniquer things because I think it gets kids more interested in what they're eating, and especially if they can grow it themselves. So my oldest son, his favorite color is blue. So I was really excited when I saw these blue popcorn. Aren't those cool? I know my oldest will absolutely love these and probably go insane when he sees that they're blue. So these, I was really excited about. These are from My Gardener. It's blue popcorn. I also ordered the red strawberry popcorn from My Gardener as well. And Silver Queen corn. Growing up, my dad always had like an acre of corn, sweet corn, for our family because the deer eat half of it and we had to feed enough for them so that we could have some too. So Silver Queen was a variety I always liked growing up, so I was excited to get those. Hopefully the deer don't destroy all of our corn here. For carrots from Johnny Seeds, I got this pelleted seed this year. Now with pelleted seeds, you have to plant them basically the year you buy them. They don't have quite the shelf life that a normal seed has, but these are Sugar Snacks, hybrid main crop carrots, pelleted. So those are good. We eat a lot of carrots around here. I have a really good recipe for roasted carrots that I'll share at some point. I also got Danvers carrots. These are from Southern Seed Exposure. I think that's all the carrots I have. Yeah, I just have the 2 varieties of carrots this year. Moving on to, let's do tomatoes. Last year I grew 4 16-foot rows of tomatoes on hog panels, and we had enough just to last us to February. So we need to plant a few more this year, or at least do a better job of preserving. Last year we were in the process of moving, so we did not have the time or the space to can and dehydrate as much as we wanted to. I did a lot of frozen stuff just because it was quick and easy to get it into the freezer. But for tomatoes, we have a big old stack. The first one's from Johnny's. It's the hybrid cherry. It's a hybrid cherry tomato, Sun Gold. I've heard a lot of good things about this one, but I've never personally tried it, so I'm excited for that one. From In My Gardener, we got Dr. White Cheese Yellow Tomato. Also from In My Gardener, a black cherry tomato. Last year, one of my favorite tomatoes that I grew was a black cherry. I believe it was called Midnight Snacker or Midnight Muncher from Lowe's. So I'm excited for this black cherry. Hopefully it tastes good. I might have to go to Lowe's and also grab a start of that other variety that I had last year. I couldn't find seeds for it. I'm not sure if they sell seeds or if that was just one you can buy pre-started. But Kellogg's Breakfast. I personally like my tomatoes to be on the sweeter side. So yellows typically have less acidity, I have found. From In My Gardener, I got Tess's Land Rice Currant Tomato. This one I'm excited because it's so cute and tiny. I think it'll be fun just to pop into salads and stuff. Cherokee Purple Tomato from In My Gardener. Paul Robeson Tomato. This one kind of has black on the top and then red towards the bottom. I believe the black part is just where it hits the sun the most. I had a cherry, that Midnight Snacker one I mentioned a second ago was actually black and red. And last year, the parts of it that turned black were the parts facing the sun. Then from Rare Seeds or Baker Creek, I got a free packet last year of white tonsil tomato. I'm not sure how you say that. I wasn't a super huge fan of this one, but maybe this year I'll have better luck. I think I might have let them get a little too ripe on the vine. Also from Baker Creek, at the Chadwick cherry tomato, the Principal Borges, I'm not sure how you say it, tomato, and then Barry's Crazy Cherry Tomato. I also had from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, Marglobe, Drewsba, and the Crossack Pineapple Ground Cherry. These my husband absolutely loved, so I planted a few extra seeds of these this year for sure. One second. Dog potty break. One of our dogs wanted to go out. In our family, we like watermelon. So I got a lot of watermelon this year that I am excited to try. Most of it is from Baker Creek or Rare Seeds. I like their pictures. I was a professional photographer for several years, so I like pictures and I like seeing what my product's actually gonna be. It definitely sells it to me. So I was a fan of all their pretty pictures. The first one I got was Alibaba watermelon. Then we have Minnesota Midget Melon. Orange Yellow watermelon. I thought the orange color was cool, and I know my son's definitely gonna like that. The Kajari melon. Royal Golden melon. And then that's it from Baker Creek. The rest are from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. This is a strawberry watermelon. Crimson Sweet Virginia Select. We're here in Virginia, so I figured I'd give the Virginia variety a try. Then we have a Muskmelon Sweet Passion and Yellow Fleshed Moon and Stars. And like I said, I am a sucker for anything unique, so I like that there was little yellow polka dots on that one. Kind of along the lines of watermelon is pumpkins. So They're round. I guess that's the only thing they really have in similarities. But from In My Gardener, I got a few pumpkin varieties this year. We have the Howden pumpkin, which is just like a nice traditional shaped orange pumpkin. That'll be fun for carving. I got the Sugar Pie pumpkin. And then this is a white pumpkin, the Valenciano, I'm not sure how you say that, but I love the white pumpkins. I think it'll be really pretty just for decoration around the house and on the porch. And then this one, I'm excited for this, the State Fair Winter Pumpkin. Now, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have success making it as big as it could potentially be, but I kind of have this vision to make it bigger than my toddler, so hopefully he could fit inside of it. I think that'd be a cool photo shoot. Like I said, I used to be a photographer, so things like that just get to me. Then I also got a gourd mix, cornucopia mix gourds. Again, if I'm pronouncing anything wrong, don't blame me. I'm not I'm not perfect. We have a few cucumbers. I love cucumbers. I love everything that I'm growing, but cucumbers I especially enjoy as a snack. These are the salt and pepper cucumber. And then from Rare Seeds, we have the Dragon's Egg cucumber. We grew these last year and we really enjoyed them. Again, my son likes anything unique. Also from Rare Seeds or Baker Creek, we have the Muncher cucumber. And then from In My Gardener, we have the Market More cucumber. Moving on to flowers. Now, this is a new property for us, so we don't have any flowers established. Although there are quite a few wild daffodils around what I think is an old home site in one of our fields. So that is beautiful and a nice surprise. But as you can see, I have a lot of flowers. My husband's actual favorite flower is the Shasta daisy. So he requested that I buy some Shasta daisies. So from Botanical Interest, I got 2 packets of the Shasta daisy. So I'm excited to get those established somewhere around the property. I also really like flower bulbs. So I got a big packet also from Botanical Interest of a bulb companion mix. And there is a Forget-Me-Not Victoria pink flower. I'm trying to sort them by what company I bought them from. And then for an edible variety, I have a King Henry viola, a Snapdragon Black Prince. I think this deep maroon color is absolutely beautiful. And this one's actually deer resistant, which we have a lot of deer around here, so hopefully some of these will survive. Lavender, Hidecoat Blue, and a Sweet Pea Perennial Blend. Now moving on to Rare Seeds or Baker Creek, I have some sunflowers here. This is a tall orange sunflower. I think the fluffiness on those heads are gorgeous. Then I have the Lemon Queen sunflower. At my mother and father-in-law's old house, they had beautiful phlox everywhere, and I was definitely inspired to try to start some of our own here. We have Cherry Caramel Phlox. I love the variation of the pink and the white on those. Sugar Stars Phlox. I have a tall double mixed straw flower also from Baker Creek, and a Hollyhocks. I'm not sure how you say it, Majorette double champagne hollyhocks. I love the just light pink blush color on that. This one's actually from Amazon. I got a big pack of marigold seeds. Marigolds are a great pollinator to help bring bees in to pollinate your veggies. So I just plan on planting marigolds all throughout our vegetable patch this year. And I also want to try to see if the marigolds will help reduce the squash bug pressure. Last year, we had a ton of squash bugs here. For those of you who don't know, we built our house and we just moved in a few months ago, but during construction, I decided to go ahead and get a garden going. So I had about a 50 foot by 50 foot garden last year, and we just watered it with rain that we collected in rain barrels, and it did phenomenal for us. We still had tons of food off of it. The weeds definitely got out of control since we were only here once a week tending to it, but we still dealt with a ton of squash bugs last year on our zucchini plants especially. So I'm gonna try to plant some marigolds around it, maybe some mint and other things to see if those can deter the squash bugs. We're definitely gonna be experimenting this summer to see if we can find some options to reduce the squash bug pressure. So if you have any tips on that, please let me know in the comments, because I seriously need to know how to keep my plants alive and not have the squash bugs kill all my zucchini. Last year we just succession sowed, and that's what I've done in years past, but this property definitely has a ton of squash bugs, much more than any other place I've lived. And then these are actually 2 flower mixes that my mother-in-law got my oldest son for his birthday a few weeks ago, so I added them to the collection. But he had got a sunflower evening mixed colors, and then a wildflower bird and butterfly mixture. So he's excited to plant those with me later. Oh, and we had one more Shasta daisy that was hanging on there. Then from In My Gardener, I have 2 flowers, this apricot aster and pampas plume. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I love the fluffy heads of that. I think that'll look beautiful in flower arrangements. And then I'm not sure if this should be added to the flower mix or the grain mix, but red garnet amaranth. I think this will look really pretty in arrangements, but I also plan on eating it too, so we'll just throw that in there. Next up, we have some herbs. I love to cook, so I want to get a really big herb garden this year and get it going, so hopefully it'll reseed itself for years to come. So we have quite a few herbs. I really do think they make a big difference. And I also like drying my own herbs and making my own spice blends and seasonings. I think it really elevates cooking and just makes things taste so much good. If you know, you know. First up, we have some stevia. This is from Baker Creek. Some Genovese basil. Broadleaf sage. Blue basil, or blue spice basil. Basil lime. Mint marvelous mix. Rosy rosemary. I also have another blue spice basil that was a free pack. Some chives. And the rest are from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. Some summertime. Greek oregano. Dark green leaf parsley. Cilantro. And Long Island mammoth dill. Some of these you can see have a little dirt on them because I've already started with some seeds downstairs in our basement. For onions, I just have 2 packs. I have the She Co bunching onion. This is from Baker Creek, and from Southern Seed Exposure, I have the Australia brown dry bulb onion. These are actually both already out in the garden. I'll do a garden tour video later on. Next, we have some squashes. I have 2 of the hybrid zucchini tiger squash. Like I said, last year we dealt with a lot of squash bugs, so we're gonna be succession sowing a lot and also trying some other methods to hopefully reduce the squash bug pressure. Then we have the Italian striped zucchini. This is from In My Gardener. And then from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, we have an acorn winter squash. Another summer squash variety. This is Cozueli. I'm not sure how you say that. And then from Baker Creek, we have a butternut Waltham squash. We really like butternut squash around here. I have just 1 eggplant, the Black Beauty eggplant, So that was a short category. We have lettuces as well. This is the Red Russian kale lettuce, which I actually got a free Red Russian kale, so you can see the picture of what it looks like, from Baker Creek. This one is from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange. Also from Southern Exposure Seed Exchange, I have 2 of the Deer Tongue Matchless lettuce. Then from Baker Creek, I also have the Hilton Chinese cabbage, Paris Island lettuce. This looks more like just a traditional romaine head. And that's from Baker Creek. And then from Botanical Interests, I have a few as well. This is a Chef's Choice blend variety. I have some Italian Mamero blend microgreens. A packet of arugula, which I've actually already planted some of the arugula out. And we also have a Farmer's Market blend lettuce variety. I also have a winter, I'm not sure where it is. I also have a winter spinach packet that I've already planted out that is in like just a little Ziploc bag somewhere around here so it won't spill everywhere. And that one was from Southern Seed Exposure, the winter spinach. Okay, if you're still with me, thanks for staying tuned. I have 2 categories left and then we're done. So these I kind of lumped together. They're root vegetables. I have some golden beets from Baker Creek, and then an albino, a white beet variety. Some parsnips. This is Turga parsnip. And we have a rutabaga, gill feather turnip rutabaga. And then my cauliflower seeds, the bag got ripped open, so they're in another baggie. But in my gardener, in my gardener's self-blanching cauliflower, and then I also have the amazing cauliflower from Baker Creek. These 2 kind of got mixed together in the bag because it got ripped open by my eldest. So it's a cauliflower blend. Well, I think that does it for us today. Thanks for joining me to see what seeds we grow in 2022. Definitely stay tuned for future videos. We're also going to be growing some live plants that I buy at a local nursery. I think we might get our orchard started this year, as well as growing potatoes, strawberries, asparagus, and getting some other perennials like that started on our new property. So if you want to see more gardening, homesteading, cooking type videos, subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks again. Hope you all have a blessed day.